welcome back to another video. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a while, but it's just time really, and I'm finally getting around to doing it, mainly because Alpha 17 is getting close, and I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I know I'm going to get ill, so I want to get the video done before I'm completely destroyed. So we're just going to do a tour of the server, and we'll start off with the peninsula, as I call it. So this is the entrance, and probably the worst part of it, because if we drive down, yeah, this is the worst road you've ever seen, just because of the way that how steep this hill is. It was I was just running out of time. I just wanted it done. You can drive down it, but you can't drive up it. That's how crap it is. So I thought about doing maybe like a kind of a gatehouse or something, a couple towers and a wall that kind of spanned this part, but again, it's just time, so I've just left it open. So the first things you see when you drive in from the land anyway is the tree farm, and it's just obviously because there's no trees here. So if you want wood, you either have to go across here, and that's the plains, so there isn't much trees, or here, desert, there's not much trees there, snow, so it's quite a way to go for wood. So I just built that, and it's the fastest way to get wood really. And here's Evga base. He's actually in the process of moving, but it's not been on for a while, so there's an identical one further down that road that we'll get to in a second. But first we'll have a closer look at this tree farm base. It's taken a little bit of a beating from zombies, but it doesn't really matter, it's just minor stuff. So it's basically just all trees. We've got like just a little cabin where you can, you know, cook stuff or whatever it's night, and there's glass that looks down where you can park your bike, and that just goes up to the roof with a solar panel. The straw bridge opens up the garage. There's a light switch. This is just the power rooms and gas and stuff, battery bank and generator, and this is just it's just basically a waiting room if you just want to chill somewhere if it's dark and there's, I don't know, I just wanted to fill the space, so I've turned half the lights off because it just kills performance. So that's pretty much the tree farm. So let's go to, where should we go next? We'll go to Evga base. We'll go to the one he's moved to. So they're basically the same, because I've just copied it and then respawned it, because they wanted to move out of the snow biome, because it's a pain in the ass when you're trying to farm and it's all you can't see the ground because it's just all snow. It's got roads everywhere throughout the peninsula just because it looks cool on the map, and it's, you know, according to the Romans, it's fast to travel in a straight line, so why not? So here's where he's moving to, and the road just kind of ends up here. He calls it Fort Kickass. I did my best to kind of blend it into the land. It's not perfect, but it's passable, I suppose. Which way is where's this door? Yeah, he likes chairs. They're sacred to him. Here we are. So we've got like a first floor where zombies can just go nuts and they can't really do anything. Got another floor where he keeps his stuff, forge, campfire, chemistry station. You can look out. It's got a nice concrete block. Yeah, I don't know if that's some kind of glitch when you export prefabs. Sometimes the blocks do that, but it's got a nice balcony here overlooking the sea, well, lake, whatever you want to call it. What's it got up on this floor? Got another floor that looks straight down. Got some nice windows here. Yeah, it's not too shabby. I think this is the farm now, if I can get up. Let's try this. Nope, not quite. I like this. I think a deer just walked into some spikes. Hang on. Never mind zombies, I kinda get up here. And then we've got this farm on the top with some nice, cool looking railings. Kinda see out everywhere. So we'll head to the next point of interest, I suppose you could call them. I can hear a zombie out there somewhere. If he gets in my road, I'll just blast him. Okay, so next place of interest. Is that a wolf? I think so. Excuse me, doggo. So this is a base that I made, and it's the tree farm and this are both public locations, so you can teleport there. It's there's a quest you can pick up, and I think it's like kill 3 screamers, but there's a time limit to it. So I built this to just kind of try and get all the points, because if you don't get in the time limit, you only get half the points. So it's just 9 campfires with not much wood in them, but you just light them all, and that creates a whole bunch of heat and brings them in. You go off, do something else, come back, and then by the time you come back there's at least one already here, and you can just read the quest then you've already got one, then the next 2 should show up pretty quick. It's got some lights just for if it's dark, you want somewhere, you know, to hang out or something. Just a solar panel and a battery bank. It's got some lights on the signs that just say beware of screamers, just to warn anyone that comes here and doesn't know what's going on. So we'll go to that one first, and then we'll get the big kahuna. Oh, hello. I didn't know my mind just went blank. What are they called? They're not pigs, they're boars. Why couldn't I think of that? Anyway, must have piqued his interest. So we'll go to this first. This is the Horde Base, and it's pretty simple. It's just some upside down spikes there. They all lose their legs. Underneath is steel blocks. The whole thing's it's not steel, it's reinforced steel. The entire thing's just painted. So I've got some spotlights that go in and out, so these ones shine outwards and these ones light up the bottom so you can see what you're shooting at, and they can't really get you in, they're not really smart enough to take out the supports. And we've got a couple of motion sensors up there protected with iron bars, and 2 layers of iron bars up there because cops can still shoot through it. Got some boxes you can put your stuff in, or you know, give to another player without having to drop them. Then we've got 4 switches. So this one does the inside lights, and it's got a timer as well, so it's not going to come on at 8 in the morning. These ones do the outside lights, and these 2 do the defences, which are underneath that road and that road. It's shotgun turrets, auto turrets, and dart traps. So it's a bit OP, because even with everything off, they can't really get you, apart from the cops. Up here is just where the battery banks and the solar panels are. Nothing too exciting. We've got a couple of generators as well, just in case. So I've got 2 solar panels because one's just not enough to power the defences, so all the cables go under and they come over here. And there's a hatch here. And just come in here and chuck some ammo or whatever in them. And they've got clear line of sight with the bottom of the base, and they just get wiped out. So yeah, this is a public location as well, but I don't know if I'd be comfortable if someone just used it every single Horde night. That seems a bit too cheap. So we'll go into this. I call it the Mile High Club. It's the server VIP lobby. Bit of lag spike there. It's because my base off in the distance is just rendered in. So the first floor, nothing too exciting here, just a hallway, and the entire tower is basically just these stairs. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to fly up, because even flying up takes too long. And right at the top here, we have the VIP lobby, and it's just a, you know, a cool little place to just hang out. You've got the glass floors to look all the way down. You've got like bars and couches and just, you know, these are the only plants I could actually get up here because we're pretty much at the top of the world, so there's no room for it to grow up. And we've got like this plank that I put here, and at the bottom there is a bunch of hay bales, and you guessed it, it's really fun to just jump down. So we'll take a look at one of these bridges first, because there's 4 of them and they're all pretty much the same kind of design. There's some small changes, but I used to keep the bridges up. Every time I went over them I'd open and close them, but if you're coming this way, new players kept driving off and getting stuck in the water, so I just leave them down. And it's basically the same kind of build across, and there's some slight differences, but they're mostly all the same, and there's signs that say whatever on each side. Welcome to the People's Peninsula. And it's just to make it travel a bit easier, because it's only linked in one place, the peninsula. So if you're at the end of it like I am, it's a bit of a drive if you just want to, like, if you're here and you just want to go over here, you would have to go all the way around. So these 4 bridges make it a lot more convenient. So we'll park the bike first, and then we'll go to the server lobby that I made. Don't worry, I did promise a base tour, and that's up next. I'll be recording that next, but I wanted to get this one done first. So we'll just leave it here, and server lobby, one word. And here we are. Yeah, I'm in the process of changing the name because it looks like Nazi survivors, and I've gotten that a few times. So Nazis survivors, I'm changing it to. I forgot about that one, but yeah. So on the left here we've got NPC traders. We've just got 3. What's his name? Bob, Hugh, and Joel. They're the more pleasant ones. The other 2 they're kind of assholes. And got some vending machines here and some like food vending machines. Then over here we've got the new donors board, where people that sign up for or donate, they get their name in the lobby. And you may recognize, I'll go on outside a second, you may recognize this as the courthouse. It's just been repainted and it's had some stuff built in it and added to it, and it's got turrets all the way around it, spotlights and stuff like that. So I used that as a base and just kind of added to it as needed. So the top of it is still part of the lobby. There's just like this glass floor here, and we've got some sofas here just looking in the courtroom. And then we've got the jail. I hope to do a much larger jail at some point and just make it more interesting. This is pretty similar to what is at stock, and we've got a couple of turrets here that are set just to wipe out everyone except me. So if somebody's mouthing off, I can just come in here and they just get annihilated. There's also turrets around the entire thing. It's not really necessary because the server bot usually despawns them. Plus it's protected, so it's invulnerable. But I put them in because why not? It's fun. So we'll turn those off because it uses a lot of power and makes a lot of lag. So we'll go in the courtroom. It's just pretty much stock. Same with that little room in here. Nothing amazing. It's mostly aesthetic kind of place. Same with this kind of courtyard that I made. Players can pick up all this stuff if they want, and I've got the region saved so I can just reset it instead of having to replant it all the time. Got some just nice looking stuff. And then here's the player traders. We've got player jobs. You can put a job on a board and pay other players to do it, and we've got bounties as well, where you can find stuff and you get rewarded for it. We've got player stores. This is my store, just a bunch of stuff that you can put in. We've got Wynn's store. It's got some stuff in there. And we've got a bunch of other vacant ones as well. I want to do like some bigger VIP stores, but yeah, there's so much that I want to get done. I feel like I'm missing somewhere here. Have I covered everywhere? I think I have. We've done the traders, player traders, lobby, the prison. I think that's it. We'll just have a look on the outside just so you can see what... Oh, I forgot to do the top bit. There's nothing really special up here, admins only, but anyone can really come up here. And this just goes to the battery banks, well, the switches and stuff, so it's completely sealed, so only an admin can actually get in. These stairs just go up to nowhere basically. It's just a ladder and a hatch to go to the top, and there isn't really anything on the top. And on the roof is just a bunch of relays and solar panels, and we've got some lights here and turrets all around, like I said. And it looks really cool when it's all lit up. So yeah, it's pretty. Used the courthouse like I said as a base, and added this part on the rear, and added a bunch of other stuff. And on the roof we've got some switches that control the lights in the player stores, so I can just turn them off if they're not used. So you can see which ones are actually owned and have people on them. So zoom out and keep going around. Got some spikes up there. Don't really serve a purpose other than they look cool. Same with the turrets really. And this is just like a natural island that I found, and I was like, that's going to be awesome for a lobby and whatnot. So that's the hub. So I think we'll take a look at some player bases. We'll start with The people of Arvel. If I can find them. Where are you? There you are. So it's an old junkyard that they've moved into, and they've got spikes all the way around, and a drawbridge in the middle. Got a farm there, and they've got like a little kind of courtyard here. And on the inside they've got their bikes there, and they've got, you know, a turret and stuff like that. And this is their main dwelling, as it were. All their stuff and that kind of thing. Here's an interesting story. So zombies dug this because they would spawn, like hordes and stuff. They would spawn over here somewhere, and they would just encounter this wall of sand, and they would just start digging, and they just dug all the way to the base, which was quite impressive. So I think that's it for the people of Arvel. Let's have a look at, we'll see what Wynn's been doing. He's done a lot of stuff. So this is where Wynn and his group started off. And they've kind of moved out here, and it's just been completely annihilated in the meantime. They built this for fun. This is what actually inspired me to do my tower, and it just goes all the way up. And I checked the elevation and stuff, and you should, you know, in theory be able to see my tower, but the distant rendering doesn't go that far, and there's a mountain in the way, so you would only be able to see it from up here. It's raining, so you can't really see anything just now, and there's a hay bale down here somewhere. I hope we'll find out soon enough. Yep. That's always fun to do. And they've basically dug a ton of tunnels. This is their main kind of place. Got places for the underground roads. And they've got mushrooms and a whole bunch of crafting stuff and storage for everything. And they've got a base over here that's interesting. It's underwater, and it's where they do all their, well, most of their smelting and stuff like that. Screamers just go up there, and I don't know what exactly happens, but they don't quite get to the base. So, and they've dug some pretty impressive tunnels. I mean, they just go on for ages. Like this tunnel over here, where is it? Yeah, that tunnel goes from here up, 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 up to here. So that's quite an impressive tunnel. We'll get to the other end of that tunnel in a minute, but there's another tunnel here that goes over here. This is another one of their bases. I think they may have enough turrets. Yeah, I don't know why they've put pictures everywhere, but okay, whatever. This must be their water supply. Got some stairs here and more turrets. And they've got a couple of beds. Kind of a drawbridge here. You can kind of drive your bike in. Got some corn. I don't know how this is growing when there's a roof over it. Maybe the light here makes it grow. I'm not sure. And we've got another place up here. And another. And another. And another. And another. I didn't think it was this tall. They must have built quite a bit. Oh yeah, I would say they've built quite a base here. I like that with the bars and the railings. That looks quite good. So yeah, we've also got this little walkway that goes up to one of the traders. And we'll have a look at this now. This is another Horde base. It may seem familiar. I think they took some inspiration from someone. But yeah, not too bad. I do like how they've got forges and stuff in here so they can still craft and whatnot, even if it's, you know, Horde night. They've got glass covering their solar panels and stuff, and quite a few spotlights. And I did notice he was doing something over here, and I think there's something here. Oh, yep, there's definitely something here, but I've not seen this yet. Interesting. We've got another tower here. I like this. I wonder if this is another Horde base. This is quite good, I like this. What's it got down here? More turrets, and it's got anything below? Yep, a tunnel that goes to... Yeah, you can see, he was trying to see how close you can get to the trade. No, maybe not. But yeah, the trader protection doesn't go all the way to bedrock, I don't think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, this is quite cool. We've got another base as well that's here it is. These guys have been off for a while because Alpha 17 is close, so like why build something if we're just gonna have to start again. But yeah, they seem to like their walkways, and they started on this tower thing that looks down. It's got like a drawbridge you can close on some bars, and it's got a bunch of turrets, and they fall down here and get annihilated by these blade traps and more turrets. And they've got some tunnels as well, and they've got like a layered system that looks pretty damn sweet. And they start out in this cabin you can see over here. Like a big tunnel all the way down there. And they've got like a deep kind of hangout area here. And they've got another area. This thing reminds me of the bases you build in Rust, like old Rust, with the ramps and that kind of thing. And we've got some farms on the top, and I'm not sure what these are. Oh, water. Got another drawbridge. Some mini bike parking here. Some more farm stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Is that a screamer? No, just an on. So we'll just go back to the peninsula. So yeah, I'll do a tour of my base, and that'll pretty much be it for Alpha 16. Looking forward to 17. It's going to be a nightmare getting everything set up again, but hopefully everything will go smoothly. So I'll either see you in Alpha 17 or I'll see you in the next video. Toodles.